Hello, ladies and gentlemen. MarauderEX here with a new project. Oh. So I posted a poll, because this was one of the games that was heavily suggested by my viewers, along with a couple of the other games heavily suggested by my viewers. I narrowed it down to 2. I posted a Twitter poll about it, and then when it came time for me to actually record, both were at 50%, and I'm just sitting here going, part of me thinks this is my audience trolling me. Part of it is just a complete inability to pick between 2 really good games. So, I just decided I'm gonna pick this one. Why not? This is Dust and Elysian Tail. Elysian. This game is just, it's beautiful. It is just amazing. And it amazes me that this was mostly done by one person. The bulk of the game was done by one person. Toward the end, there's an interesting development history where it got picked up and dealt with so that people could continue on with it. It's interesting. It really is. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start a new game. We've got casual. Ideal for casual young players, those who simply wish to enjoy the story. Easy settings enabled, with no death penalty. Normal. The default difficulty. Expect a fair challenge. Tough. Increased difficulty recommended for seasoned players of action games to encounter smarter and tougher enemies. Hardcore. For the elite few who seek impossible odds. Now, I hate it when they do things like this, because it's like, oh, well, normal seems really low down there. Tough and hardcore. It's like, I'm just going to do normal. But it makes it seem like, oh, you're really just normal. It's like, this is what the default of the game is. Let's just...
Our world has fallen to fade. Its great works long since complete. Its storied civilizations long since fallen to dust. The greatest legends of Elysium long since forgotten. What was once a land of promise has fallen to the ravages of war. And it was in this, our most desperate hour, that the greatest of Elysian tales began. The lone warrior stood against an army, slashing his way through all who opposed him. The mob stood no chance, and the soldier showed no mercy. But despite his victories, his skills, his ruthlessness, the valiant soldier would perish on this day. Not to the mob, but to a single child.
Dust, dust, arise.
What? A talking sword? What are you?
Only that which you have summoned.
Summoned? How? For what purpose?
That I do not know. But we shall learn in time. Now rise and claim the blade of Ahrah.
Stop! Stop right there!
And who is she?
Me? I'm Fidget, guardian of the sword.
Alright, so we have, dialogue options. To my knowledge, they don't really change anything in the game, you just get different responses for them. So it's like, you don't look like a guardian to me, and Fidget really doesn't. Fidget looks kind of like a bat. A weird bat, but a bat. It's the ears, and the wings, mostly. So you're like, you don't look like a guardian to me, your name is Fidget, what kind of a name is Fidget anyway? Let's just not be a dick, and let's pick the... Not question the weird... Let's just try to learn more about the sword, shall we?
So, what is this sword?
I am the blade of Ahrah, and you, Dust, are my fated sword bearer.
Yes, well, that's all great and everything, but I think it's about time I got this sword back to the clan.
I can't let you just leave with this sword, Fidget. Right now, it's the only thing that knows who I am. I don't even know how I got here.
Well, then you leave me no choice. I challenge you. The winner gets the sword.
Alright, so she's gonna challenge us even though she's unarmed. We have the sword. Let's,
Well,
Alright, you win. But don't think I'm leaving empty-handed. I'm coming with you. But, I really need the sword back when you're done doing, you know, whatever it is you're doing.
What exactly am I doing, Ahrah?
The answers you seek lie to the east. There is a path through the glade that leads down the mountainside, and from there you will find a village. That is your first step.
Then will you give me the sword? I really need to get it back home before anyone notices it's, gone.
When I find out just what it is I'm supposed to do with it, it's all yours, Fidget. Come on, let's go.
alright. So, we now have a sword, and this is basically the tutorial section. It tells us, you know, how to deal with things. This is a really interesting Metroidvania style game to an extent, but everything about this game is just so damn beautiful. So the first starting section we're at is the glade. And press A to jump. You can crouch, we can attack, we can look up or down. We can't go through wall. It's the only problem is it's so well done that its pathways can often be a little obscured. And we have probably my favorite thing in any game. Welcome to your inventory. We're not gonna look at that. So you have various things. You've got a food slot where you can use items to heal. You have items and keys, which can be used for various things. Weapon augment, armor, left and right rings, and a pendant. So these are your accessories that give stat ups, defense, attack. That's really where you're going with it. We've got the character screen where when we level up, we can add points to things, either max health, attack, defense, or fidget. And we'll learn more about that later. You've got stats like how long we've been playing the game, total completion, max hits, enemies vanquished, friends found. That's one thing that's going to be really fun to deal with, is there are friends hidden in the game. They are characters from other games, other indie titles that when you release them from their prison, they will give you permanent stat increases for finding them. We've got materials which are used in crafting, quests which are used to progress the game, as well as learn about the world. We've got a map which has a guide. I will bring up the guide so that we learn what it is. So there's treasure in rooms that have empty circles. If it has a dot in the middle of it, that means you've got all the items that are available from it. Yellow means shop, green or blue means save. If it's yellow and green, or yellow and blue, or in like a combination, or green, that means they're both there. Challenge room and destination is where you are headed to. So there are a lot of treasures. Like, as you can see, we can go back to the main room or the first room, and it says that there's a treasure there. I don't think we can get it yet, is the thing. I mean, we might. And one of the problems is that these rooms. Alright, so we can. So that's it. The rooms are huge, and they are often not really representative of equal blocks. So you could go through one really large room, and that is one block on the map, and then you could go through one really small room, and that would also be a mark on the map. So, yeah. Keep that in mind. Alright, and the game is also telling us like how to do combos and things. Yeah.
What is it, Fidget?
Well, my kind has what you'd call a sixth sense. And there's something just ahead.
Alright, Fidget will alert you when treasure's nearby. Click R to access the map. So, yeah, you can just bring up the map, and it instantly comes to that. I thought I could jump down there, but apparently I can't. Oh. New ability. Dash. With the left or right trigger, you can dash, uses energy. There's a little energy guy right above our health that refills over time, and like we can do this, and we are out of energy, and it won't let you do it until just enough refills to do it again. So that's something to keep in mind. Now we can duck down here. This is where, I know somewhere around here is where the treasure is, because we got to see it on that little preview. And another wall to break, which will give us another mysterious wall chicken and a note. Notes are things that we're going to find that are just kind of little flavor texts. In ancient times, our greatest possessions and staunchest allies were locked away using powerful magic beyond our comprehension. The only way to reclaim these lost treasures is to use the magically attuned keys strewn about our world. I only hope there's enough time to free them all. So, yeah. And of course, treasure chest.
All right, we found a chest.
Correction. We found a locked chest.
Well, what are you waiting for? Smash it open.
That would be unwise, Dust. These chests are protected by arcane locks from the last era, and are well beyond my capabilities.
I suppose we'll need a key then.
And we just found a key. So what we can do is we can open it, and what happens is it brings up a little mini game where you have to press buttons in succession, and that will allow you to open treasure chests. So we found a key, we found a treasure chest. Now you can see that this line is or this room has a little dot on it. This room is blue, so what did that tell us? That told us that there is a save point here. So we are reaching our first save point. And hey look! Deer! I'm just gonna go running with the deer. And that one deer goes running off alone.
Calm yourself, Fidget. Dust. Focus. Remember what you've learned thus far.
No! Mash the buttons! Do something!
Alright, I do kind of love the breaking the fourth wall there with the mash the buttons do something. What you saw there a second ago with the flash.
Nobody said anything about monsters.
Strange. Where did I learn these skills?
You wield the blade of Ahrah, and with it, all the skills imbued therein.
Hello? Monsters?
Is that why I summoned you? To control this power?
It is unlikely, Dust, that I would awaken from my slumber for such selfish reasons. There is a village beyond these woods. Perhaps finding it will aid in restoring your memories.
And then we'll be in the clear, right? No more monsters?
Fidget, I think things are about to get a whole lot worse.
And to think, this morning started off so well. At least take these feeble fruits. Something tells me you're gonna need them.
So the bright flash that was there in combat, if you and an enemy strike at the exact same time, that kind of weird parry happens. And it's actually required for some sections. It's really kind of a pain in the ass. So What I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and overwrite my previous file, because this is where we are going to be focusing on. This is what we're going to do. We've got more bad guys. And I'm just going to kind of beat the crap out of them. Ever so, like... I don't know what they think they're doing. Like, they're not being a real threat to me. I bounced in the opposite direction, so I need to fix that. You just die. And I love that it's telling us to do certain combos. And just like teaching you how to do... I think Dust has like 4 main combos. However, doing them is kind of a pain in the ass, really. There we go. That's the one I wanted to do. I was thinking it was... That is actually a lot of fun. The combat in this game is... It's kind of brawler-esque, where you get combos, but you don't get... I think you get access to all of the combos as the game starts. It's like you don't really get to increase in a lot of your skills, but you can just kind of make combat a little more fluid. We get another skill when we get here.
Hold here, Dust. You have unlocked a new ability. Bear witness to the dust storm.
I like it.
Hold Y to perform the dust storm. But beware. Skilled as you may be, you cannot maintain the storm for long without hurting yourself.
In that case, maybe I can help. If you press B, I'll perform an attack so spectacularly awesome that it'll produce emotions you didn't even know existed. Please contain yourselves as I demonstrate.
That was, very pretty.
Well, maybe I'll just keep the rest of my repertoire to myself.
I'm sorry, Fidget. I'm sure it'll come in handy somehow.
Actually, Dust, between the 3 of us, this could be quite useful. The dust storm can manipulate Fidget's projectile into a more powerful attack. Observe.
Wow! Oh, by the way, every time I use my power, it'll use up a bit of energy meter. You can recharge the meter with melee combos.
Yes, Dust. Between your combos and Fidget's own powers, you can achieve a higher hit chain, which will yield bonus experience after each battle. However, if you are struck by an enemy, the chain will be broken, and you will lose your bonus experience.
Alright, I think I understand.
If this is all too much for you, you can check out the help screen via the pause menu by pressing start.
Thanks, Fidget. I'll take a look if I'm ever in trouble.
Again! Breaking the 4th wall. I kind of like the 4th wall breaks. It's neat. Alright. I don't want to let the enemies get behind me like that, because that is how you break chains, and that is how you lose your XP. Also, the dust storm can bring loose items to you, so say something drops, you can use the dust storm and it'll actually affect the physical items. So items that drop can be acquired if they may not be otherwise obtainable, like through a barrier or something as such. Also, the dust storm particles there, they will actively seek out enemies, so you can use that to your advantage. And with that, we've reached another save point, so I'm actually just going to go ahead and save the game here, and I will see you all in the next installment, where we will continue on playing this incredibly gorgeous game. So, yeah. Look forward to it, because I am. Till then, later everyone.